Now that you have your standard budget set, we are going to talk about maintaining or sticking to your budget. By the end of today's video, you'll have a general understanding of how to hold yourself accountable each month and how to work towards your financial independence. Keep in mind that this may take you some time to get used to, as budgets are often fluid and variable, and you'll need to get comfortable with the rhythm of your own. However, also remember that you're already halfway there. And by using the budget setting tool, you have all the answers to your financial questions in one place. To receive your own copy of the tool, subscribe to my email list found on my website, millsknowsbills.com. And to make sure you don't miss out on any future videos about practical budget setting tips, information from experts, or other personal finance help, subscribe to my YouTube channel here. New videos will be posted every Tuesday, and trust me, you don't want to miss out. So let's get started. Last week, you learned how to set your standard budget. How do you apply it though? There are various apps out there such as Mint, Quicken, EveryDollar, and many, many more that help you keep an eye on your budget each month. I think budget apps are great, I do, but not perfect at automatically allocating where your expenses should be categorized. Lack of perfection is not necessarily a problem, but it can be if you are still in that learning process of trying to figure out your finances and how to control them. That's why I don't recommend using an app right away. Instead, I'm going to show you what I do each month to hold myself accountable. Every 2 weeks, I sit down with my husband to go over our budget in an Excel sheet. We manually go through every aspect of our budget and the respective statements and put our numbers in the sheet, then cross-reference with our standard. Some of you may be thinking, why? That is so tedious and time-consuming. The first few times, it is, but it keeps us honest with each other, ourselves, and it makes us aware of what we're spending. Budgets fail when you're not applying them or when you're not sure where your money's actually going. It's great that you've taken this time to set up a budget, but now is when you need to put the real work in, and you can do it. Before I show you how you can do this, what do you think will be the most difficult to keep within your budget? Is it dining out, entertainment, shopping? Leave your answer below and I'll comment with some extra tips on how you can maintain that specific area of your budget. Honestly, you can sit down and do your budget as often as you'd like. I suggest doing it every week or every other week, as it becomes overwhelming doing it only once a month. I know that I'm talking about doing your budget, so let's show an example of how that actually looks. All right, so here we are. We have the fully completed budget setting tool for Tom and Carrie. So now I'm going to show you how you can take this tool, the standard that you've created, and how you can reference it to maintain your budget each and every month. So the first thing that you're going to do is create an additional tab at the bottom of the Excel sheet. And you can title it whatever you want, whether it's budget tracker, maintain the budget, whatever you want to call it, you can call it that. And what you're going to do at the top is you are going to rework your standard budget so that way you can see all of the information in one place. So as you can see on the budget template tab, we have all of the different pieces of your standard budget, but it's split into two different columns. So everything that is mandatory on your left and all of the extras, meaning your discretionary income, on the right. So what we are going to do is just put it all together in one budget on this sheet here. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you how to do that, and you can follow along with me. Now, you're going to copy and paste the standard budget right next to your standard budget. And each month you are going to title the top of it, whatever month you're in. So we are about to enter into April. So I am going to put April at the top here. I'm going to delete all of the numbers underneath. And now, as I go through the month of April, whether it's every week or every 2 weeks, I'm going to pull up my bank statements, my credit card statements, anything that is involved in my budget, and I'm going to put each line item in their proper category. So for example, if I have a credit card statement and on my credit card statement I have $50 for groceries, I'm going to put $50 right here. If the next line item is $20 for Hulu, I'm going to put $20 here. And you're just going to work through each aspect of where money is coming and going from into your budget. And by the end of the month, you will be able to see if you overspent or underspent in any of your categories. Once you see a couple months worth of spending, you'll be able to see if you maybe tightened the belt loop a little too much on your grocery spending, or maybe you allocated too much money for dining out. And you are able to rework your budget until you find a standard that aligns well with your living situation. Now, remember, as things change in your life, your budget is going to change as well, and that's okay. One final thing that I want to mention is that when you are putting anything that is negative against your budget, so money that's coming out like rent, internet, water, Hulu, etc., you're going to want to make sure you put a negative sign in front of that number so you are getting the proper dollar amount at your bottom line. Next week's video is one that has been requested by many: how to expedite your debt payoff. I am so excited to share this information with you all, and I can't wait to hear what you all have to say. If you've watched this video and you don't have my free budget setting tool yet, subscribe to my email list found on my website, millsknowsbills.com, to get your very own copy. If you learned something new, please like the video below. And to make sure you don't miss out on any future videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell icon so you're notified every time a new video is posted. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.